were born and there was no constitution in Uganda, we would bow to slavery. But when I read the constitution, it guarantees all this. When I remember what President Museveni said when he was my age, he said, what do you do when a regime has closed all avenues of peaceful change? Well, we have an avenue of peaceful change, and we know the world is watching us. We are going to be free. I say we are going to be free. And now, very finally, I want to pay tribute to all the people that have been struggling, those that came before us, those that have lived before us. We are alive to the fact that we stand on your shoulders. We are alive to the fact that you inspired us to see the truth. And we call all upon you to stand by that truth. I want to respect Dr. Paulo Kawanga Semogerere. I want to respect Dr. Kiza Besigye. I want to respect Dr. Miriam Matembe and all other leaders who have paid the price in different ways. And of course, I want to salute all the comrades that have been murdered in cold blood in our pursuit for freedom. We stand by you. Your blood is still watering the tree of freedom. And I can guarantee you, comrades, wherever you lie, that we shall be free or we shall die trying to be free. I thank you for God and my country. When
Morning, everybody. It's Demikis as always. I have some good news. I have the biggest news that Ugandans have been waiting. When I say the biggest, is going to go the biggest in history of Uganda. But it only came out yesterday and it has just started. Morning, everybody who is watching. We have the biggest breakthrough for Ugandans, those in revolution, those who want freedom. We have evidence now. I've been retweeting, I've been liking the post by somebody called JJ on Twitter. He started demanding Daniel retire to explain why he deleted tweets on January 14th, 2021 and subsequent days which were announcing that NUP was winning. And the man has been quiet. I've been retweeting, I've been liking that. I knew for me that is where I belong. I don't belong to where you say I have failed, I've got nothing to do. I don't belong where you say things that they have gone, that I will not do anything. I belong somewhere where I say that there is a problem, I have to find a solution. Whether it's past, it has got to be brought on. Comrade, I don't know whether I call him comrade because I don't know him that much. But JJ, he calls himself JJ on Twitter. He has got the biggest breakthrough. Take it or not. Yesterday, no, not yesterday, about like 18 hours or 20 hours, Daniel Rutaya, the NBS journalist, he admitted that 948 tweets were deleted to do with reading the results, the general election. That is the beginning. That is the breakthrough. We went to the court. Our case was thwarted. We had a petition. We had the evidence. We had the DRC form. No one looked at that. But NBS took it on itself to publish results as the results trickled in. But however, they had the instructions to delete. We have a letter from our president responding to NBS what they did. And from then, they've been dodging, they deleted the tweets, and now they've been denying. Until when JJ on Twitter, he was on 35 days. 35 days, demanding, Daniel, I want you to tell you what happened. I posted, I'm one of those people who posted that I took a photo screen of his tweets. So whether he deleted them, we still have them. And guess what? As I speak, 26 hours ago, the man admitted 34,948 tweets were deleted. So at one time, we are going to need those deleted tweets. At one time, who deleted those tweets to deny people's choices, they are going to be accountable. I'm telling you. I'm speaking, maybe some people, they say that, no, it will never be. No, it is going to be. We are in a new generation. He has been keeping quiet for 35 days, but he couldn't take the pressure anymore. And I believe Nina, Ruth Aceh, Diana Twin will resign. You saw Aganyira was told to resign. He refused. What happened? You saw Winodolo was told to apologize. He did apologize. And the Mau will be the next one. So, fellow comrades, don't give up. Don't give up. Twitter works. Social media works. It is our only weapon we have. This man deleted tweets which are significant because it was a fraudulent election. Even the commission had to read 103%, which has never been there. So there is a victory. Another news I have just seen that I think Ugandans, we have been struggling to have a national language. Now we are having a national language on Twitter. People, they are discussing, they are talking about Ugandans. We are doing the big job, which Judith Nakalima couldn't do. She said she's going to bring the small fish, then the big one. She hasn't brought neither. However, we brought Enrica Penita, her due to be suspended from the parliament. So, fellow Ugandans, wherever you sit, don't even think that it's all gone, that we can't do anything. We can do anything. Social media works. So, fellow Ugandans, to my topic today, I said to you every day, I'm not religious, but I am a believer. When I was young, I knew the Bible from A to Z. And I think that's why my dad had to move me. So, people, they have eyes, they don't see. People, they have ears, they don't see. We have hearts because they are hidden. You don't know what is inside. Then, all sins are equal. Why am I saying these three things? Not so long, we have had stories. People meeting one person, and they have been dying one by one. But then these few days, we have seen people going back. They have eyes, they don't see. They have ears, they don't see. Their comrades, they are dying, they continue to go there. This is about politics, but however, it brings us to general what is happening in Uganda now. When you see the religious leader go back, when you see the religious leaders, they visit the state house, when you see religious leaders who would lead us spiritually, they no longer lead us spiritually. What they are doing, they don't stand for being religious. They have eyes, they don't see. They are like as if they don't see. What has happened to their colleagues? They have seen it, they have heard it, they haven't seen it yet. They are like as if they don't see. What is wrong with these people? People, they've been asking me. We have a catalog of people that we have. This man who used to call himself God, the Bisaka who died, he was in Bunyoro. We can see he's meeting one person. We have these people who met, and then they had the dove. And when we can see some people, they have died from that place. We can see 2 people, they have died. But people, what they do, they continue to go back. And then we had the General Olum, people who come and celebrated General Olum. And they say maybe we are going to ask that people, prisoners, they will be released. They didn't do that. What's their problem, comrade? There is a problem of human nature. There is a problem that we have got hidden hearts. What is inside our hearts? When I had my firstborn, I wanted to call him Jeremiah because I read in the Bible that it's only God who knows people's hearts. This is why I keep away from telling lies. So when people, because we don't know what is inside people's hearts. When we had this image coming out, I've had comrades excusing a man called Kamlegeya. I don't know him, but I'm looking at the image. They said, how can he be part of that? It's because, comrades, you never knew Kamlegeya's heart. But God knew his heart, that he was weak, he was feeble-minded, he was full of grief, he was about finance, he wasn't about spirit. I want to thank comrades on Twitter. You got it right. Today is Friday. That's why I'm wearing black. It's a good Friday. Catholics, they are fasting. They are ending their fasting. Today, Friday, Muslims, they are going to church. 2 days it will be Sunday, people, and the next day it will be Sabbath. They will be going to for change for service 7th day. Sunday is coming, is around the corner. So when people, they don't know people's hearts, we trust them because they come on with a face to say they are religious. But however, they are not religious. I want to tell you that. We just have to come off that. We saw the images to do with the brother Aganyela in his sexual preference. But however, what I want to tell you, all sins, they are equal. Whatever Aganyela did, and you, the liar, you are equally the same in front of God. The problem we have, especially from Uganda, because we are conservative people, we are more of conservative, and we condemn a lot. We look at Aganyela, we say he's evil. But let me tell you, for me to lie to me, you are more than evil. Uganda is as bad as it is because Museveni has been telling lies. Museveni is a pathological liar. He's been lying people again and again. But come on, when I was going through my tweet, this young man stole my heart. This is what he tweeted. This young man, he said, personally, I belong to Chibuli. But this kind of embarrassment is not acceptable. Mr. Museveni is not the supreme leader, not even the Muslim to chair the dialogue for Muslims. Thank you very much, Brooke Williams. That is a young man telling you that he belongs to Chibuli. If religious leaders, they cannot solve their conflict, how can Museveni solve it? When I was watching yesterday, then I saw a video that I couldn't upload here. The Christians, they went back. After Museveni meet the Muslims, Christians, they meet him, and then they ask him to build, is it a stadium? In recognition, is it who? And then Museveni says that money is too small. The money you're asking, the money Ugandan shilling is inflated. But Museveni doesn't know that. 60 billion, he says, is very cheap. Fellow Ugandans, we are here because people, they have eyes, they don't see. People, they have ears, they don't hear. They are as if that is in the Bible. When Paul wrote to Mark in chapter 8:18, they don't have eyes. When Jeremiah 5, chapter 5:21, he says, "Oh, foolish and senseless people." It's like with the eyes, they do not see. With the ears, they don't hear. Maybe we are here. We are hearing things. We don't want to be as if we are hearing them. Maybe we see certain things. It is as if we don't see. But religious leaders should lead us. Religious leaders should create us the path. What we see, they have come away from spiritual, they have gone financial. As long as they go and they get the deal from 7, they don't hear, they don't care what people they are saying. The leader of Protestants in Uganda, he was asking the government to do, parliament to do something about prices. But then they are the people collecting 4x4. 4x4 from 7. That vehicle you are collecting is costing 600 millions. That money should feed people. Yesterday we saw that they had a dinner in parliament. So Anita Mongi, we need to get on her case. She is happy to get money to get dinner in the parliament. But there is no hospitals in Bukedia. There is no roads in Bukedia. So fellow Ugandans, it is hurting to see that people who lead us, they are like as if they don't see. We are here. We demand service delivery. We demand people, they have to open up their eyes. Why are people dying? Why? Why are you asking? Why is somebody like Chibonge, Henry Tumine is covering the microphone? Why? People, they are dying like flies. And you go back. You know what? God doesn't eat any what? Bribes. These people, they are going back. One day they are going to be caught up. The tea they drink, the food they eat, the money they get. We saw what happened when Museveni donated vehicles. Have 15 SUV vehicles to religious leaders. These people, they no longer care. They no longer do God's job. But the fact is that the biggest question, they have eyes, but they don't see. They have ears, but they don't hear. But for you fellow Ugandans, let us look at hidden hearts. People, they have got hidden hearts. You will never know what a human being is thinking. You will never know what is going in somebody's head. But it will only be God who knows. These are the people you feel very sorry. How could they go and meet Museveni? How could they go and do that even in fasting time in Ramadan? But you know what? They did it because you never knew their hearts. All I want to say to you, reserve yourself. Prepare yourself. That the religious leader that appears to you as holy, appears to you as good, you don't know their heart. You imagine people, they went on to have COVID test, they were invited, they were set a date, but still they went. So how can you excuse them? That is why I'm saying all sins are equal unless you don't know. When you read the Bible, the 10 commandments, when it talks about 10 commandments, thou should not steal, thou should not lie. It's not because that people, they don't, it's not that 10 commandments doesn't tell you that this sin is bigger, this sin is smaller. This is where we are losing it in Uganda. The people, they are happy to excuse Museveni. The people, they are happy to say, oh, this one is very small. That you have anti-corruption unit like Edith Nakalema tells you that she's going to get the small fish. The life should not be to get the small fish. The life should be to get everybody who is corrupt. When the NUP comes in power, we are going to deal with the corruption seriously. From A to Z, we shall not separate what you have done. everything it will be breaking the law. That is what it should be. So when religious leaders, they behave as if they don't hear, as if they don't see, what will the followers do? What will the followers do? We can see religion. We can see spiritually. People, they want to believe. People in Uganda, we have imported religion. Those who have imported the religion, they have changed whatever they were doing, but we are still sticking with the religion because it gives you consciousness that you are right, you are doing something right. But these very people who are leading us, their eyes they don't see. I'm telling you, their ears they don't hear. Bishop Rwanga has gone. So Orthodox leader has gone. Gundi ono omusajja ayogera ennyo very vibrant abakwasa ennyo ennaku, they have gone. Karisa, they have gone. And the other people, they are very sick. Now people, they still go back. But what do you think they still go back? The human heart is so weak. The human heart gets attracted to individual gain. The human hearts maybe never believed God is there. Maybe these people, they are using religion as convenience, but they don't mean it. When you take your problems to a politician, as a religious leader, you can't do it. This young man is asking Brooke Williams. Personally, I belong to Chiburi, but this kind of embarrassment is not acceptable. Mr. Museveni is not supreme leader, not even a Muslim to chair the dialogue. That is a young man. That is a tweet that we need to look at. We need to look at the hearts. When you want to excuse Kamlegeya, you never knew his heart. For me, I am a believer. I see religious leaders as leaders, but my expectation from them is zero. We had this man who used to preach the gospel while he's born again. I forgot his name. He's gone out of my head until when he was caught into sexual infidelity. So when we believe these people, we can believe them as our leaders. But however, they have got eyes, they will never see. They have got ears, they will never hear. Lot is happening. Poison is happening. Their colleagues are dying. All they are looking at their selfish gain. They are selfish. They no longer care about spiritual. If they had eyes, they would say, hey, Museveni, we are here. But people are starving. Museveni, we are here. The prices, they've gone out. Museveni, we are here. There is political prisoners into prison. Museveni, we are here. There is no service delivery. Museveni, we are here. People, they are sleeping on street. They are homeless. They never say anything. So if you have a chance to approach the one you call the fountain owner, and you don't say the problems of Ugandans, you are as bad as anybody. There is no place for you into heaven. People, they don't want to hear this, but we shall say this. We shall relate them to what is going on, because we are failing to see the products from the so-called religious leaders misleading people. When they have eyes, they haven't shown they see. When they have ears, people, they are crying. Can they hear? Can't they hear Jackie Goody say that he is not going to give bail to people? Can they hear Sewanyana and Segrinya, they are in prison? Can they hear that Daniel Rutaya deleted 34,948 tweets? Can they hear that? Is it that they live in another country? How can they enjoy to have these 4x4? How can they enjoy to have the privilege of meeting the president? How can they enjoy to attend all these ceremonies? How can they remember Janan and Womb when living creatures are suffering? When people, they are being shot on daylight? When we had 18th and 19th November 2020, 200 people were shot dead. So these people, they haven't come out to say something. But what they want, they want whatever stadium. But what they want food for themselves. What they want protection. You go to this man's church. When you go to this man's church, I don't have the photo, but this is the man who died, Bisaka. His church, as you can see on top here, if you can see behind him, he was being guarded. He was being guarded by UPDF. This is what we are looking at this. What is going on? His congregation expected him to rise from the dead, and that never happened. So these people on this day, we wept. They had the doves. The doves didn't fly. They saw this with their eyes and they pretended as if they don't know. If you read the Bible, the dove signifies peace. When it flies, it tells you there is peace. But the man who died, Orthodox leader, said, "Oh, I think they like to be here." They knew that those doves, they did not fly. And they saw it themselves. Look at this this late Ruanga. Looking at that, he turned seriously and looked at that. Look at the next to Ruanga. Both of them, they are dead. They looked at these doves that they didn't fly, but they pretended as if they didn't see it. They pretended as if they don't know it. So what happened? We are talking about history. It didn't fly, they saw it. So they pretended as if they didn't. And now these, our good religious leaders, they go back behind the scenes and they meet the president. But the president outed them, took a photo, he brought them on the video. And then now we know. And then we know that other Muslims, they did not approve this meeting. They were not informed of this meeting. So when we look at this, as something that is painful. I'm telling you, these are things which are painful. We want to believe in God. Whether you don't believe in God, these are painful. When religious leaders, they become misleaders. When religious leaders, they have eyes, but they pretend as if they don't see. When religious leaders, when they have ears, but they don't hear. But I'm telling you, fellow Ugandans, all sins are very equal. God hides people's hearts. You don't know what in people's hearts. This is why you see things they happen. This is why you see people, they take money from NRM. And you wonder, how could that happen? Because you never knew their hearts. So the more your expectations are too high for those people, you are going to fall yourself. And then all sins are equal. Never separate sins. Everybody, we have to reach at that stage where we say in Uganda, bad is bad, good is good. We cannot separate. Yes, human nature, we are going to separate that this is big, this is small. However, we shouldn't, because there is no sin which is small. There is no sin which is bigger than anybody. When you talk about corruption, corruption stands from small things. This is how it happens. Now, when you see Daniel retire, he's going to pay. I'm telling you, he's going to pay. The deletes he deleted, he will pay. He cannot run away from that. I'm telling you.
Be answerable for the crimes that you commit against the people of Uganda. As for me, I know that my life has been targeted very many times. My life has been targeted. Almost all of my close working team.
Oh, sorry. So fellow Ugandans, it's good to believe. It's good to wherever to have where you belong. But to me, I only wanted to highlight what Uganda is about. The people, even in politics everywhere. But we least expect religious leaders. We least expect religious leaders to be misleaders. We least expect religious leaders to pretend as if they don't see, to pretend as if they don't hear. But what is happening? Museveni is not going alone. He's going to out everybody. Whoever thinks that they are going to hide, they are not going to hide. Whatever they are going to do in the background, all these things, they are not going to be kept in silent. Abdallah Mtebi says, you are right, Kamlega since 70s is not a good person. You know, so sad. Sengendo said it's so sad. So please, these or wherever we see, these religious leaders, they have become misleaders. They don't want to hear that. And when they have eyes, they don't see. For me, I am a believer. I'm not religious. I come away from that. By my expectations are the least from somebody. You now hear what is happening to Bujingo. He no longer preaches Mark 8:8. He no longer preaches the scriptures, the word of God. What Bujingo has done now is a political platform. So, fellow Ugandans, let us continue on Twitter because Twitter is working. We're having breakthrough. Ramadan Gobi is facing the wrath of people for giving contracts. It's been brought into spotlight. And people now, we have a language that we are talking about. So we are uniting. Even Kapshega came and blamed whatever, the coffee factory. So it is like that is the common language we are speaking. When you hear Kapshega talking about that, and myself, I speak about that in the same mode, you understand that is a common language. So Twitter is binding us. Try and follow our policy maker, NUP. She's called Mary Serumaga. Try and interact with her. She's going to reply to you. She's good. She's got material. She's got work. So we need to congratulate JJ for reaching that time to get this man admit he deleted the tweets. So we are on Twitter. It's our language. We shall continue being our language. But fellow Ugandans, to believe in God is good. Those who have got religion, good luck to you. But we have got religious leaders who haven't shown what being religious is, what being spiritual leaders. Why they meet Museveni, we don't know. How can I have a conflict in the church and I take it to Museveni? Who is Museveni? What does he know about Muslim conflict? What does he know about your wrangles? Why? Why would you expect? And how could Museveni separate you when you have differences? I think you rather sort your problems out, because the fact is that we worship one God. No one has told me there is two gods, there is only one God. So if you want to sort out what you want to sort out within yourselves. But you are misleading us. You go to Museveni to sort out your problems, you go there for another reason, not to sort out your problems. It does appear like that. But fellow Ugandans, I finish by saying that there are hidden hearts that you don't know. Human in nature, people, they are weak. All sins, they are equal. If we start separating them, that is the problem. But I've told you, it starts with a small sin. Lovers, they say it starts with a kiss. So small, then it grows. Somebody starts by deleting tweets, and then he will start misleading. Then somebody will start by deleting the register, and then corruption will go and grow and grow. That is not what we want. As we enter, as the rent ends, and to make it worse, these people, they went to meet Museveni in Ramadan time, in rent time. They went to meet Museveni in Ramadan time and in rent time. Museveni, for me, I know his tactic. He's not gone down alone. is going to expose even all these people. And what I know, Museveni couldn't believe himself when he convinced religious leaders, when he compromised them. How easy it was, he couldn't believe it. And when you see how Museveni has managed to foil people to play on their minds, is compromising the religious leaders, compromising the cultural leaders. Now he's the one electing the cultural leaders. Now he's the one owning bodies for religious leaders. Now he's the one deciding what is happening in church. Now he elects Chabazinga. Basoga, they don't elect Chabazinga like that. And now we see what is happening in Mengo. Happy birthday, my Kabaka 67. And I love you so much. And I can't forget to mention about you. So as I wound up today, if I could tell you something else, please go and watch the video for Nina yesterday. It's called The Cut. I've learned something a lot from Nina last night from her life. She was teaching us how to cut videos. Unfortunately, I think iPhone does it the way she wants. She was teaching, but Android, they don't. You have to download that app. However, I learned something from that video. Please go and watch it as she teaches. So she's adding tofari to struggle. Not only that she's gonna come and twin politics, but however, she's saying something that we need to add on because we are fighting our battle. Those videos, those clips, they are going to work. You know, when I told you about political arena, political standards, political gray area, you saw BBC use the 47 video clips and they added up and they gave us a documentary. So from amateur videos given to them to professionalism. Then we are going to piece up this when Daniel Rutaya says 948 tweets were deleted. We are going to add up that. We are going to bring it together and then we will know the exact why election was rigged, who rigged it, how did NBC get to be compromised, to be used. And then we come accountable because people, they made choice on 14th January 2021, but NBS decided to do it somewhere. So one day they are going to tell us who picked up the call to say that delete those tweets. Now one day we are going to know who told the Daily Monitor to delete that 232 people who died on 18th and 19th. We are going to get there. You go on Twitter now, we have got a common language. You can see Kapshega is NRM, was the New Vision. People now, they are talking about this Gobi deal he was trying to give to Enrica Penetti. Now everybody is complaining with the same mind, so we are becoming patriotic. That means that we are having a common language. We are having a common ground that now we are patriotic. Everybody has got to come out and talk about this money going to the factory instead of Ruboa that hasn't been delivered. So fellow Ugandans, I thank you very much for being with me. Masaba Joy, Respect, Prince Lambert, Godfrey Chirunda, Sengendo, Abdallah Mutebi, Katie, Godfrey Chirunda, Maggie, Deriki Katz, Safina Wachagulanyi, Bakayana, Saidi, Pamkawa, Mike, Christine, Abe, Safik, Bobby. Thank you very much. I would appreciate if you share the video. I appreciate for your comments. It's all right, but then we have to talk about these things. But fortunately, they are coming at the right time. So salute, people power, our power, NUP, everywhere, everywhere, NUP. Salute. Musiba Bulungi, thanks for joining me.